Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Victor Gyökeres continues to be heavily linked with a transfer to Manchester United. The Sporting CP striker first emerged as a possible target for the club late last year, when Ruben Amorim replaced Erik Ten Hag as head coach. United would have loved to have signed Gyökeres in the January transfer window, but their new boss agreed not to poach any players from his former club. The Sweden international remained at the Jose Alvalade Stadium, firing Sporting to the top of the Primera Liga. Gyökeres, who sees his contract expire in June 2028, has featured 23 times in the Portuguese top flight so far this season, scoring 25 goals and providing 5 assists. While United may fancy their chances of bringing the Swede to Old Trafford, they're set to face tough competition for his signature, not to mention financial concerns. So, with that being said, the Manchester Evening News has rounded up everything that you need to know about Gyökeres and a potential move United in the summer. According to Portuguese newspaper Record, as quoted by the Mail Online, Gyökeres has expressed a desire to leave Sporting in the summer transfer window. The report claims United, Arsenal and Chelsea are in the race to snap up the Swede. It said that Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain are also keen on Gyökeres. Mail Online adds the striker has an £85 million release clause in his contract, but he could be allowed to leave for around £68.5 million. After Gyökeres netted a brilliant hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League, Amorim was quizzed on the Swede's performance. The now United boss said, "I've just made peace with the Sporting fans. I'm not even going to make a joke about it. Gyökeres is a Sporting player, which is a great club. He did a lot for it. He was in the second division. He just has to stay and finish the season. No. I can't be funny with that in this moment. It was tough for me to leave. If I start joking about that with Gyökeres, I'll have problems. This is my city, this is my country, and I will show respect. Victor has to stay until the end of the season, and then his life is going, maybe, somewhere else." In November, The Sun indicated Gyökeres is keen on reuniting with Amorim at United. The report suggested that the Swede is set on a Premier League move, and he believes that teaming up again with the Portuguese tactician would be the best move for his career, even if it means turning down Arsenal and Chelsea. Shortly after replacing Ten Hag in the hot seat at Old Trafford, Amorim ruled out any offer for Gyökeres or other Sporting stars for that matter during the January transfer window. Revealing his gentleman's agreement with Sporting, which has now expired, the Portuguese tactician said, "I won't sign Sporting players in January. That's what I said. I don't know about the summer. The first point is to hold on until the summer. Sporting's players are very good players, I don't know, we'll see. I know the phenomenon of football, especially in England, and I know how things change. I can talk about Mikel Arteta, Ange Postecoglou, and how things went well, how they went badly. What will dictate is how the first game goes, with a win or not. Then we'll see." After the summer transfer window slammed shut, Gyökeres soon opened up on his failed move to the Premier League. Speaking to Swedish publication Sportbladet in September 2024, the Swede suggested that Sporting asked clubs for too much in terms of a would-be transfer fee. Gyökeres said, "They Sporting wanted most of the starting players to stay and held us tight. That's how things turned out, but I enjoy Sporting very much. So for me, it was no problem to stay. Of course, you want to play at the highest level. The release clause, was probably a bit too much because nothing came of it. Of course, it's a lot of money, but we'll see what happens next window. Nothing happened, and it feels like I had a pretty good season. So yes, that's probably why there was simply no move. But that's what Sporting thinks I'm worth, and you have to respect that. I enjoy myself very much in Sporting and can't complain about anything, so it's absolutely no problem for me to stay. Of course, you aim to test other leagues in a higher level, but I have no stress." Manchester United have been told it will cost them £40 million to sign Crystal Palace striker Jean-Philippe Mateta. As first revealed in France, the Reds have already opened talks about taking Mateta to Old Trafford in the summer in a bid to add goals to Ruben Amorim's misfiring side. But Palace will demand full value for the 27-year-old Frenchman, and United's precarious financial position means they will have to generate cash from player sales before adding significantly to Amorim's squad. United's £72 million Danish striker Rasmus Højlund has scored just 2 Premier League goals this season and is losing the faith of his manager. Mateta, who was last week rushed to hospital with a nasty head injury that required 25 stitches after a sickening challenge by Millwall keeper Liam Roberts, has scored 15 goals in all competitions for the Eagles, with 12 coming in the Premier League. Palace hope he will be back for the FA Cup quarter-final Fulham at the end of the month. Amorim has demanded a striker who carries goal threat, but also has the intelligence and physical presence to lead his attack. The Portuguese's dream signing would be his former Sporting Lisbon goal machine Victor Gyökeres, but the Swedish international's £80 million release clause is too rich for a club with debts in excess of £1 billion. He has attempted to stick with both Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee amid injury issues in recent weeks, but neither has shown the kind of form required to prove that they can be the main man and score on a regular enough basis in the future. Palace will be loath to lose Mateta, who, having struggled during Roy Hodgson's reign, has been a major player under Oliver Glasner since he arrived in South London. Everybody knows that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been on a mission to cut costs and save money since buying into Manchester United last year. The good news for the Ineos chief is that his club is renowned for producing plenty of serious footballing talent, some of whom continue to grace the pitch on a regular basis for the Red Devils under Ruben Amorim. While the likes of Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho have established themselves in United's current team, the next crop of academy stars are vying to make the breakthrough. And it turns out that United could have one of their most prodigious talents yet, waiting in the wings, in the form of JJ Gabriel. Despite being just 14 years old, Gabriel is already making waves at Carrington, where he has now been promoted to the club's under-18 team. The youngster has really caught the eye playing with peers above his age group this term, scoring 15 goals and providing a further 6 assists across 13 appearances. Gabriel, whose full name is Joseph Jr. Andreu Gabriel, is adept in a number of forward roles and can play as a striker and a winger, per the Manchester Evening News. Comparisons to big names such as Neymar and Lionel Messi have already been made given Gabriel's flair and technical ability. Nike even said he was the heir to Cristiano Ronaldo's throne in their bid to land a sponsorship deal with him, as revealed by the Mail. Given his tender years, it will be some time before Gabriel is ready to play a role in Manchester United's first team. But the fact he has consistently stood out in higher age groups, including during pre-season, where he was given the Most Valuable Player award following a tournament in Hong Kong after wowing at U16 level, should stand him in good stead. Ratcliffe has previously expressed a desire to discover the next big footballing superstar, rather than paying over the odds for a household name who is already in their pomp. In a way also, I would rather sign the next Mbappe rather than spend a fortune trying to buy success. It's not that clever, is it, buying Mbappe? Anyone can figure that one out. Ratcliffe told the Geraint Thomas Cycling Club podcast last March. What's much more challenging is to find the next Mbappe, or the next Jude Bellingham, or the next Roy Keane. The class of '92 and Ronaldo was only 16 or 17 when he came. The solution is not to spend a lot of money on a couple of great players. They've done that if you look at the last 10 years. The first thing we need to do is get the right people in the right boxes in the organising of the club. Then mate can get recruitment right. It's such a vital part of a football club today, getting recruitment right.